Hi everyone, my name is Tara and I'm a humane educator here at the SPCA LA, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own rabbit toy. Now this rabbit toy is just made out of cardboard, and you might wonder why a rabbit would want this. Well, rabbits, their teeth never stop growing, so it's very important for them to have something that they can always chew on, because they will have that desire to chew on things. And if you've had a pet rabbit, you may have noticed this. They may have chewed on the bottom of your furniture. They maybe have even attempted to chew on some cords in your home. So having a toy like this for a rabbit is very important for them, so they always have something accessible that they can chew on. And it's as simple as taking some cardboard and putting it together, and I'll show you how to do that. Here's what you're going to need: some cardboard, a pencil or a non-toxic marker like I have here, some scissors, and if you'd like to make things a lot easier, something to trace a circle with. After you've gathered all of the supplies that you'll need, the first step is to trace your circles anywhere from 3 inches to 5 inches onto your piece of cardboard. The most important part is that these circles, all 3 of them, are all the same size. And next I'm going to go ahead and cut out each of these circles. The next step is to add some cuts to each one of these circles. Each circle looks exactly the same, but each one will have some different cuts. So I think it's helpful to label your circles so that they each have a number, like so. You don't have to draw them so big like I did. I'm just doing that for this video. If you want to just do it small to the side or in pencil so it's not on your finished product, that's totally fine. Also, on the reverse side, I'm going to be marking where I will be cutting for each one, but if you would rather just cut once you see where they need to be cut, or if you're looking at the written instructions, you can go ahead and do that too. I just want to be very clear because getting some precise cuts on each of these circles is really important for the whole thing to come together. For circle number 1, you're going to want to go ahead and draw a line, or in order for you to cut straight from one side of the circle all the way to the center, and that will be the only cut for circle number 1. I'm going to go ahead and cut that right now. Boom. So far, so good. For circle number 2, you're going to go ahead and start at one side of the circle, straight down the center. You're going to cut a longer line. If you're doing a perfect 4-inch long circle, then this line right here would be 3 inches, and you'd want to leave an inch at the bottom. Since my circle is a little bit bigger than that, I have a little bit more than an inch right here, about 1.5 inches, but if I ever needed to make adjustments while assembling this, I could. The key thing here is that you want to go a little bit longer all the way through the middle, and you don't want to get too close to that edge because you want to make sure that once you cut right here, that your circle doesn't break in half. Circle number 3. This is the only circle that has 2 cuts. You're going to make the first cut the same as you did for circle number 1. So starting at one side, you're going to draw a line and cut all the way until you get to the center. And then you're going to make sure you have a gap right here, so maybe about 1 inch gap depending on how big your circle is. And from the bottom, you're going to go ahead and cut up about 1 inch. If you're making an exact perfect 4-inch across circle, then 1 inch coming up will be perfect right here. If you have a little bit bigger of a circle like I do, you're going to want to go a little bit past, and if you have a smaller circle, you're going to do a little bit less than 1 inch. The important part here is that you have a gap between where this longer line is and this shorter line. So you want to make sure there is space right here so you're not just cutting your circle in half. I'll go ahead and cut right now. Alright, circle number 3 is done, and now all we have to do is assemble this. So the first 2 circles you're going to start with in order to assemble this rabbit or bunny ball is circle number 2 and circle number 3. You are going to work with the only slit on circle number 2, this long one, and you're going to work with the shorter cut or slit that you did in circle number 3. You're going to go ahead and have circle number 2 on the bottom, come over with circle number 3 with this small slot, and go ahead and just wiggle those two together. There we go. Should look something like this. Okay, and for this last part, you're going to take circle number 1 and you're going to have that opening, right? You're going to take that and you're going to slide that over both circles. It can be a little bit tricky. It might take some trial and error to get it just in the right spot. But once you're able to do that, you should have this rabbit toy that looks like this. And at this point, if you would like to decorate this rabbit toy for a rabbit that you know, or one that you would like, or a toy that you'd like to donate to your local shelter, you can go ahead and do that with some non-toxic markers. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this rabbit toy to one of our shelter rabbits here. Their name is Lennox, and we'll see if he enjoys that. Lennox is a 1-year-old male. And he's a pretty social guy. There you go, bud. And there you have it, a simple rabbit toy that anybody in your life would appreciate.